Welcome to Craft and Chat. I am Lynn Lilly, DIY and craft expert and your host. And this month I am so excited to welcome Camden from Kanaya and from Cultivating Pieces. She is an amazing recycled artist. You guys ready to meet her? Let's head to the craft room and see what we're making today. Camden, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I am so excited to have you on Craft and Chat today. I know that you have been around the Crayola audience on the education side, so we're excited to have you over here and learn more about all the cool things that you are doing. So I would love for you to give the audience, introduce yourself. For those of you that are watching, Camden's doing some really cool things as far as recycling goes and crafting and creating. So introduce yourself to the audience. Tell them about your business before we get started crafting.
Hi everyone, my name is Camden. I am a recycled artist, so I take recycled materials and turn them into new pieces of art. And I also have an online community where I connect recycled artists all around the world.
I love that because I think recycling is so important, period, right, for our world.
Yes.
But then creating something new and giving something new life is so special. And I think that's great from kids to adults, right? So why did you get started? What made you start with recycling? Did it start when you were little, when you were older? How did you start creating art out of recycled materials?
So really it started when I was much younger. I used to make like little things for my dolls with things I would find in our recycling bin. So it all really started when I was younger, but I found collage art a few years ago, which is kind of like what's behind me here. And I loved it, so I decided to try it out. And I didn't have like lots of paper, so I looked in our recycling bin again and saw what I could find and use, and the idea was kind of born from there.
I love that, and I think with kids, I see this with my own daughter, especially my 5-year-old. Like when I go to the mail, and you get a lot of junk in the mail, right? I'm like, oh, we'll toss it, and she's like, no, that trash? She was like, that's my art, and it's so cool to see what she creates out of it. Like she took an envelope of like I opened some type of piece of mail that was like nothing great. She took the envelope and turned it into a penguin. And I just thought it was such a fun way to spark creativity and turn something that would have ended up in the recycling bin, right, into her treasured art, which I love. So I think what you're doing to inspire people of all ages is amazing. And you've got something fun planned for us today, right?
Yes, I do.
All right, so what are we making?
Today we're going to make recycled streamers.
All right, what do we need for this project?
So for this project we need a recycled toilet paper roll.
Okay. And this could be this could be a paper towel roll or like from gift wrap, right? Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right, what else?
We also need some glue.
Okay.
We need tissue paper.
Okay, I have a question. So I have streamers left over from a party. Can we use those too?
Absolutely.
Perfect. All right, and what else?
We need paint and paintbrush.
And then I've got some washable paint here from Crayola, but we could use acrylic paint too, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay.
We need scissors and a hole punch.
Got it.
And then we need like ribbon or twine, something to hang it with. So you can use lots of different things.
Yep, I've got some ribbon here. And anything else?
And then just for decoration, I have some glitter glue.
Awesome. Glitter glue is my favorite, especially my kids are like obsessed with glitter, and I am not obsessed with glitter being all over my house. So I love that glitter glue stays in the glue.
Yes.
All right, so you want to get started? I will follow your lead.
Okay, so we're going to start by painting our recycled tube.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to do mine blue.
All right, and I am going to use orange. And do we need to paint the inside or the just the outside?
Just the outside. And
Okay.
just like you're doing, that's how I recommend you hold it. Just stick your fingers in there.
So we don't get super messy, right?
Yeah.
All right, so while we're painting, I would love to know, so your business has an extra special name that has some meaning behind it. So I would love for you to kind of tell the audience a little bit about that and why you chose that name.
Yeah. So my business is called Kainaya, and this is a Philippine word that I found. And I loved it because what it means is it describes the inner characteristics and personality traits that make a person who they are. So through my work, I wanted to share, little pieces of myself. Art is a way that I express myself, and I wanted to share that through my work. So that is why I chose that name.
That is beautiful. I love the meaning behind it. And I love that it's your connection and your way of sharing a piece of you through your art with someone else.
Yeah.
All right, I think I've got mine pretty good.
Okay, I'm just about done too.
All right, so then we want to let this guy dry probably, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then for the magic of TV, I have a dry one.
I do too.
Awesome. There's a lot of magic that happens over at Crayola, right? All right, so we've got our dry one, and the paint dries pretty fast, right? So you don't have to wait too long, or you could blow dry it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so what will we do next?
So next we're going to punch our holes in each side. I have a fun butterfly hole puncher. Any hole puncher will work.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm jealous. That's cute. I've just got the plain circle. So I'm gonna punch, and directly across from each other?
Yep, as best as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect though.
I like that. That's one of my favorite parts about crafting, right? And creating art is that it doesn't have to be perfect.
Right. And then you're gonna take whatever you're gonna use to hang it. So your rope, your ribbon, your twine. I think I'm gonna use some ribbon.
Okay, I've got some ribbon too. And how much? Yeah, I was gonna say, how much should we cut?
It can be whatever length you want. If you want it to be shorter, you can cut less, but wherever you're gonna hang it, like if you're hanging it from the ceiling, maybe you wanna do it a little longer. If you're just hanging it on the wall, maybe a little shorter.
Okay, I got a piece of ribbon cut.
Okay, and then we're gonna thread the ribbon towards the inside of the tube on one side.
And do I put the pieces together and thread them together, or am I just doing one side at a time?
It's just one side at a time.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
And then once that's through, we're gonna tie that in a knot.
Got it. Okay, we'll tie that in a knot.
You might need to do a double knot. See if when you pull it, if it comes through the hole or not.
Good idea. Okay, so I think mine might be thick enough. Yep, I think I'm thick enough. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, you did both at one time. Awesome.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah, I do them one at a time.
Clearly I'm bad at following instructions. So while you're doing that, I would love to know about your second business, which is about creating an awesome community, right?
Yes. So I created Cultivating Pieces is my online art community. And I started this after I started selling my own work because I wanted to teach people how they can do the same and get creative and use the things that are around them, because a lot of times people can feel intimidated and feel like they don't have the resources they need to make high quality artwork. But I wanted to show them that you can use whatever you have around you in your house, and you can upcycle things, reuse things, and it's also more sustainable, but it's very accessible for anyone.
I love that. And so what is the age group? So can anyone join? Is it for kids? Is it for adults?
anyone can join. I do a lot of different events for kids, adults, but mainly I would suggest like more college-aged people for the community aspect.
Cool. And okay, sorry, I have so many questions because I love communities around good, important topics that need to be discussed. So not only are you sharing artwork, are you sharing tutorials? Can people sell their creations in this group? How does it all work?
So it is a community where you can post your artwork and get inspiration from others. And then there is a library on there where there's a bunch of tutorials and discussions and podcasts and helpful resources for artists.
Cool. I love that. Props to you. Like, I love the fact that you're bringing people together too, because I think that's so important in today's world, right? A happy place for people to get inspired and connect with other people that believe in the same thing. So I love that. All right, I could talk about that all day, but we've got a craft too. So what's our next step?
Okay, so next we're gonna take our tissue paper.
Okay.
I have some fun colors here, or you can use streamers.
Yep.
Like you're using there. Anything you have, that's what this is all about.
Do you know what I was also thinking would be good? Because I always have these after birthday parties. Like, you know those plastic tablecloths that you put over, like, I feel like those a lot of times just get, like, tossed away. But you could cut those up and make streamers out of those too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I do feel like you're right. So, like, party supplies often, like, the party's over and stuff just gets tossed in the trash, right? So I feel like that's a really good opportunity to be able to recycle, especially for, like, kids. If you can teach kids, like, let's not throw that in the trash. Let's get creative and make something out of that. All right. So I've got a whole bunch cut here. What is the next step once we've started to get some cut?
So next we're going to glue them to the inside of our toilet paper roll or whatever roll you're using on the other side opposite of where we just attached the ribbon.
Got it. And we're using the Crayola liquid washable glue, which is good really for all ages, right? All right, so while we're gluing these in, I have a question for you. What is the kind of craziest, out of the normal thing that you've ever recycled into art?
That's a good question. I would say the thing that surprises the most people is I've crocheted things with recycled plastic bags. You can cut them up and turn them into yarn. Yeah.
No way. Wait, how does that even?
So I've made like, I know it sounds crazy. It's so cool though.
So what do you do? So if you cut the plastic bags in strips, right? How do you turn it into yarn?
You cut them into loops and then you like do slip knots to attach them. And then you have like one really long strand of plastic bags. And then you use that and you just crochet as normal.
Girl, your creative mind is out of control.
I did not come up with that one. I can't take the credit, but it's so cool.
That is so cool. What a fun project. Like, I feel like do you have a picture of that? I would love to show it. That's amazing.
Yeah, I've made bags, I've made hats, I've made phone carriers, lots of fun stuff.
Cool. That is definitely a wow moment, surprising one for sure. I'm glad I asked that question. So I was hoping it'd be something odd that you would never think of, and crocheting with plastic bags is definitely one. All right. Okay, so once we get our streamers on, I'm kind of putting my last ones on. What's our next step?
So after we're done with our streamers, now it's time to decorate and add some fun touches.
Yay! So this is where our glitter glue comes in handy, right?
Yes. You can also use markers or stickers, or I like to do collage, so you could even use like recycled junk mail or magazines and do like a pretty collage on there.
That is super cool. I would love, yeah, I feel like a collage would be really fun. So that would go with my daughter's love of the junk mail, right?
Yeah.
I am for sure going to make this with her and then let her cut up her junk mail and make her own design with it. Just so fun.
That
And
would
you
be
know
so
what?
fun.
I love projects like this because it leaves open end for creativity, right? So you're giving a little bit of inspiration, but then like you suggested, you can decorate it with anything you want. You know, you can add stickers, junk
Yep.
mail, whatever you would like. All right, look at how fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so I also have one done, and I know you do too, for the magic. How
Yes.
fun is that? So fun. And I love how the glitter glue looks. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. What a fun project. All right, Camden, you are awesome. You are an inspiration. And I know the Crayola audience is going to be so excited to follow you. So can you remind our audience, they want to follow you on social, but also maybe shop your art and then also join your community. How can they do all of that?
So on social media for Kainaya, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all under Kainaya Creations. And then you can shop my work on Etsy through Kainaya Creations as well. And then Cultivating Pieces, the online community, you can go to cultivatingpieces.com. And on social media, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok under Cultivating Pieces.
Amazing. And I can't wait to see what crazy creations you come up with. I mean, bags into crochet. You blow my mind. I love it, but you are doing good and you are inspiring people, and I know the Crayola audience is going to be excited for that. So thank you so much for joining me today on Craft and Chat. Audience, please go follow her. She's doing some amazing work. You're going to be so inspired. So thank you for coming on, and I will see you guys next month with a new creator on the next episode of Craft and Chat. Bye, friends.
Bye. Thanks for having me.